Alright, so this next exercise we're going to do is work on intercepting energy. Intercepting energy is a lot of different types. It's basically a method of cutting off the source of your training partner or opponent's power. So it's like you step in here. And as soon as I touch, I want to project a line into a scapula and into a spine. I want to grab his spine. So from here, once I've put this energy in, I want to seize it, grab it. So as we touch, I feel his spine, and then I open my joints and I project energy to this point, and I lock his spine. I'm literally energetically grabbing onto his spine, putting my claws in and locking the spine up. If he wants to transfer information and power through his body, he has to travel through his spine. So I'm just seizing and intercepting into his spine. The gripping of his forearms here, my mind is over there and gripping into his spine. So this makes a very, very good type of introduction into intercepting energy. Now once you've worked in grabbing the spine, you can just grab the shoulders and put the energy in, or grab down to the hips. And you can work on any body part. When you feel a source of power, so let's say if the person's source of power is in their hips, you grab their hips. If it's in their upper torso and shoulders, you can grab their shoulders. The first practice exercise should be the spine. Getting used to coming in and touching the spine and intercepting it. As soon as you've done a few repetitions of this type of intercept, then you can start where the person is projecting their hands towards you, and you intercept the hands. Now you'll notice I'm cutting his base a little bit, but not too much. I don't want to turn it into an exercise where I'm sending him away and generating rebounding force. If he's floating away, I can't knock out my opponent. So bouncing isn't a martial technique unless you're trying to protect the person. If you want to stop an opponent, you don't want the feet to move too much, because your next, after you've intercepted, well, you want to put your strikes and your attacking techniques in to stop the opponent. So when you're training these sorts of exercises for martial, you're taking that into consideration. These long energies that we're training, these issuing energies, they're there to stimulate fascia, they're there to stimulate the energy system and develop mental strength. So stress is what produces power. When you stress a system, it adapts and it gets stronger. So when we are inside the feeling of life force, energy comes into our body and we transfer that into the fascia. The fascia gets stressed, it strengthens up. The energy system gets stronger, it strengthens up. And the mind gets stronger, it strengthens up. So it's a power development exercise. Martially, you're not going to bounce a person. It doesn't make sense. It's for developing strength. Okay, so I touch and I want to get my energy to seize his spine. So I have to feel the spine in order to seize it. So I've got to get my mind in there and then catch. Get the mind in and catch. As you develop this, your partner can step in faster and faster, and then you can practice intercepting to the point where you're doing different types of drills, like your partner shoots on you, you get your hands on them and you seize and capture their spine. You intercept the center of their power, the center of their tension. You can do it against all the strikes. They can be throwing ground kicks, front kicks. Get used to touching and seizing. Seize the spine, intercept the source of their power. This exercise becomes very, very free form. So wherever you touch, you just intercept, 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 intercept in all different types of angles. Start off with grabbing the forearms and grabbing the spine, and then develop your listening skill, because you can only influence what you can feel. So it's going to come back to how well I can feel his body on first touch, so I can send energy there and influence it. So when people say Tai Chi is listening energy, all internal forms of Qigong, alchemy, energy transformation, it's all listening energy. It comes back to your sensitivity. You can only influence what you can feel. So spend a lot of time learning how to feel your partner's center of gravity, their structure, their bones, their fascia, their grounding, and so forth. Okay, let's partner up and work on that exercise.